What if I told you that the more time children spend staring at screens, the smaller parts of their brains might actually become? A series of groundbreaking studies from top research institutions, including the National Institutes of Health and Cincinnati Children's Hospital, are revealing something deeply unsettling. Too much screen time in early childhood isn't just about poor eyesight or lost sleep. It's changing the architecture of the developing brain. But before you panic and throw every iPad out the window, the truth is far more complex. In this video, we'll explore what scientists have discovered, why it matters, and how you, as a parent, teacher, or even a tech-loving adult, can strike the right balance before it's too late. A research team from Cincinnati Children's Hospital scanned the brains of kids aged 3 to 5, the generation that learned to swipe before they could walk. The results were shocking. Children who spent more than an hour or two a day on tablets or phones had thinner cortical tissue. That's the brain's outer layer responsible for critical thinking, memory, empathy, and language development. In simple terms, the part of the brain that helps us understand others, control impulses, and learn was physically thinner. Dr. John Hutton, the study's author, compared it to a brain being under construction, but with some scaffolding missing. And this wasn't an isolated finding. The massive NIH Adolescent Brain Cognitive Development Study, which tracks over 11,000 children for more than a decade, found the same thing. Kids who used screens for 7 or more hours daily showed premature thinning of the cortex, a change normally seen in much older adults. Even 2 hours a day was linked to lower scores in language and reasoning tests. Think about that. 2 hours. That's less than one movie. So what's actually happening inside the brain? Every time a child plays a game or scrolls through videos, their brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical that rewards behavior. But screens provide instant gratification, bright colors, fast rewards, endless scrolling. Dr. Dimitri Christakis, who helped write the American Academy of Pediatrics guidelines, explains it perfectly. When a child builds with digital Legos on a screen and you hand them real blocks, they don't transfer the skill. They start all over. In the digital world, kids learn to tap, swipe, and get instant results. But in the physical world, patience and problem-solving take time. That disconnect between two-dimensional learning and real-world experience might explain why screen-heavy kids struggle with attention, empathy, and creativity. Recent brain imaging even suggests that the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for focus and impulse control, becomes less active during heavy digital stimulation. It's eerily similar to patterns seen in teenage internet addiction. So what should parents do? The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends no screens at all for kids under 18 months, except video calls. For kids aged 2 to 5, no more than 1 hour a day, ideally shared with an adult. And most importantly, co-view and reteach. That means talking about what your child sees and helping them apply it in real life. The World Health Organization adds another layer. Children under 1-year-old, absolutely no screen time. Under 4, no more than 1 hour, and plenty of physical activity. Because what kids truly need in early development is real interaction, human faces, hands-on play, and nature. But here's where things get complicated. Not every expert agrees. Some researchers argue that banning screens entirely might create a digital divide, where some kids grow up tech-savvy while others fall behind in a world dominated by AI, robotics, and virtual classrooms. And they have a point. Recent 2025 studies from universities like Stanford and Oxford suggest context matters more than just time. Educational or interactive screen use, like coding apps or language learning, may actually enhance cognitive flexibility if used in moderation. So maybe it's not just how long kids spend on screens, but what they're doing on them. Still, the evidence on brain structure is hard to ignore, and the consequences might take decades to fully understand. Technology isn't going anywhere. In fact, it's becoming even more personal. Screens are becoming glasses, and AI chatbots are now children's homework helpers, even emotional companions. So instead of fighting screens entirely, maybe the real challenge is teaching children to use them wisely. A healthy mix of the digital and the real. That's where balance lies. Because the goal isn't to raise kids who avoid technology. It's to raise kids who control it. The human brain is still one of the most remarkable creations in the universe. Adaptable, resilient, but also vulnerable. Screens have the power to shape it, for better or worse. So the question isn't whether technology is bad. It's whether we're giving young minds the time, space, and guidance they need to grow beyond it. If you found this video thought-provoking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into science, psychology, and the hidden effects of modern life.